Arionne Curry's life has become a storm that refuses to calm down. No matter how much she tries to stay quiet, the world finds a way to drag her back into the spotlight. Every word she says is judged, every silence is twisted, and every tear becomes a headline. Right now, she's standing at a point where her name carries more noise than peace. It all started with one live video, one emotional moment that changed everything. What began as a casual conversation turned into a social media firestorm. Arionne's comments about Melody Holt's children shocked everyone. It was just a few sentences, but those words burned across the internet like wildfire. Within hours, every gossip page, YouTube channel, and fan group was talking about it. The phrase that dominated every post was simple but sharp: she crossed the line. Arionne sat on her couch that evening, phone in her hand, scrolling through a flood of comments. Her hair was messy, dark circles framed her tired eyes, and her expression was blank, the kind of stillness that hides a storm underneath. She looked at the thousands of people attacking her online. Every word was filled with anger, sarcasm, and disgust. But to her, the noise wasn't just noise. It was a reflection of her pain, a reminder of how far she had fallen. She closed her eyes for a moment and whispered, "I didn't do anything wrong." But deep inside, even she knew her voice lacked strength. The same woman who once spoke boldly now sounded like a stranger to herself. Her mind started flashing through old memories. Martell's laugh, his smooth voice, his sweet promises, the moments when she believed she was special, when she thought she was the one he truly wanted. She remembered the drives, the late-night talks, and how Martell used to tell her, "People will always talk, but I'm with you." Those words once gave her peace, but now they cut deep like broken glass. That love story that once felt like destiny had turned into a nightmare that wouldn't end. Martell was supposed to be her forever, but instead, he became the man who broke her. His promises shattered, and the wall of trust they built together had crumbled into dust. The light in her eyes had dimmed, replaced by a single painful question: where did it all go wrong? While Arionne was trapped in her thoughts, Melody was living a new chapter. Melody had learned to rise again, stronger, wiser, calmer. She was smiling on interviews, sharing lessons about self-worth and healing. When she said, "Sometimes silence is the greatest answer," that clip went viral across social media. Millions of people shared her words, praising her strength. But those same words hit Arionne like a knife. For her, that silence wasn't strength, it was rejection. It was the sound of her being erased from Martell's story. Melody's calm became Arionne's wound, and she could no longer hold back. She decided it was time to speak. If the world thought she was the villain, she would at least tell her side of the story. That was when her voice turned from pain to anger. "People are defaming me. Melody is no angel. She has secrets too. I just didn't hide mine." But truth, when spoken in anger, can sound like poison. The more she spoke, the more people turned against her. Her words were taken as attacks, not explanations. Within hours, hashtags calling her delusional and bitter filled the internet. Some said she was obsessed, others mocked her heartbreak. Arionne's eyes filled with tears, but her voice stayed stubborn. "I'm not doing this for anyone. I'm just telling the truth." But truth without timing becomes chaos. Wisdom was missing, and her heart, though full of emotion, couldn't see the consequences. That night, she sat alone in the dark, her phone face down, notifications off. The only sound was her own thoughts. Am I really that bad? Has anyone ever tried to hear my side? She took a deep breath and made a decision. I'll tell my story, the whole truth, whatever it costs. That thought became a spark inside her. She spent the entire night pacing, writing, and rehearsing what she would say. 3 empty coffee cups sat on the table, the light from her phone glowing in her tired eyes. The silence. Melody and Martell's secrets. The guest was Arionne Curry. She sat in a studio with a serious face, her tone steady. "People think I'm lying," she said, "but I have proof." Then she played an old voice note. Martell's voice was faint but clear. "Melody doesn't know anything. I'll handle it. Just stay quiet." That short clip was enough to set the internet on fire. Within hours, hashtags trended nationwide. Martell lied, Melody exposed, Arionne's truth. Everyone was talking. Melody responded quickly, going live on Instagram. Her face was calm, but her voice trembled. "I was silent to protect my children," she said. "But if anyone attacks my family, I will fight back." She didn't mention names, but her words cut deep. Some women run toward chaos because they can't find peace, but those who destroy others' homes destroy themselves first. By the end of her live, the internet was divided again. Team Melody versus Team Arionne. That night, a reporter knocked on Arionne's door. "Do you have more evidence?" they asked. Arionne gave a small smile. "I have everything, but not yet." She shut the door quietly, but her phone buzzed again. A new message from an unknown number. "You don't know who you're messing with." Her hands shook. Was it Melody's team? Was it Martell? She didn't know, but she refused to show fear. That night, she started working on another video, My Truth, the Final Chapter. When the video dropped, it broke the internet again. In the dim light of her living room, with no makeup and tear-stained eyes, Arionne looked into the camera. "Everyone called me a liar," she said, "but today, I'll show the truth." She opened a folder and revealed screenshots, alleged emails between Martell and Melody from years ago, before their divorce. The messages were emotional, full of arguments, jealousy, and love. This is the Melody people don't see. She's not just a victim. She played her games too. She just had cleaner hands. Her voice cracked. "I didn't want to be anyone's wife. I just wanted to be loved." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "This truth may destroy me, but at least people will know I wasn't just an affair. I was a story." By the end of her live, the internet was divided again. Team Melody versus Team Arionne. By the next morning, Melody's team had filed copyright claims on the video, but it was too late. It had already gone viral. People downloaded and re-uploaded it across every platform. Some called it lies, others said it was brave, but for Martell, it was a nightmare. His business partner called to cut ties, saying, "This drama is bad for business." Martell's anger boiled, but beneath it was fear. He knew there was no way out now. The truth was out, and it wasn't flattering for anyone. Melody, meanwhile, returned to live again, this time calm, collected, and unbothered. "I don't want to win, I want peace," she said. Then she dropped a bombshell, a leaked email from Martell admitting he had used Melody's money for a business and shared it with Arionne. It was a game-changing moment. The internet turned again. Arionne's followers went silent. She was live when someone sent her that email in the comments. She read it and froze. The color drained from her face. "I'm not doing this for anyone. I'm just telling the truth." But truth without timing becomes chaos. Wisdom was missing, and her heart, though full of emotion, couldn't see the consequences. That night, she sat alone in the dark, her phone face down, notifications off. The only sound was her own thoughts. Am I really that bad? Has anyone ever tried to hear my side? She took a deep breath and made a decision. I'll tell my story, the whole truth, whatever it costs. That thought became a spark inside her. She spent the entire night pacing, writing, and rehearsing what she would say. 3 empty coffee cups sat on the table, the light from her phone glowing in her tired eyes. She practiced the lines over and over, trying to find the right words. A part of her heart whispered, "Just tell the truth, Arionne." But another voice warned, "People don't want truth, they just want drama." In the end, her anger won. She opened Instagram and hit the Go Live button. Within seconds, hundreds of people joined. The comments came fast. What's her excuse now? Here we go again. But this time, Arionne looked calm. She took a deep breath and said, "I've come to tell the truth today." The live chat froze. Even her biggest critics stopped to listen. Her voice didn't shake, it carried a strange mix of strength and exhaustion. She said, "People call me infamous, but no one ever asked what really happened during Melody and Martell's marriage. I didn't try to break anyone's home. I fell in love, but that love broke me." For a moment, there was silence. Then the comments exploded again, some mocking, some defending, but everyone watching. Martell made promises. He said he wasn't happy. He said he was leaving. I believed him. Maybe that was my mistake. Tears rolled down her face, but she didn't stop. I was just a girl who wanted love, but some loves come to punish you. Her honesty shocked everyone. Then came the moment that changed everything. I didn't hate Melody, she said softly. I just wanted her to understand that I was human too, but she only saw me as a disaster. The live divided the internet in half. Some defended Melody.